Welcome everybody to another great episode of Real Life Matters. Of course, I'm your host, DBoss, and I'm just encouraging you to like, share, stream, go to the events if you can, if you're in that area, to the guests that come on. Just go to, it just takes a second today. Everybody's got the technology. Make a comment. You're allowed to make comments. You couldn't make an opinion or anything before all this technology. So now the technology enables you to make a comment. So, I just tell people that as me being here, I'm on Monday to Friday from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if, we're in 28 different countries for Caribvision, bellfibe, channel 658 in Canada. We also stream through the US and people who can get the Caribvision. And if you have missed any of my episodes, you can go to my YouTube channel, DBoss Networks, and share, like, subscribe. You know how, the thing you have to do. So, and also you can watch, and you could also subscribe to Caribvision's channel if you want to, just so you can watch, you can keep in tune. They have, you could subscribe to the stuff. You can see all the streaming. You can see their stuff that they're doing there and all the other great episodes and shows that are on Caribvision. But, the last few weeks, and I've been giving tips on laughing is healthy for you. So, I'm telling people that to laugh, smile at least 15 minutes for the day. It's not gonna harm you to do that. If you don't have anybody to laugh with, then you could just find somebody that you could laugh and you could do all that with. So, some people you could, if you don't find anybody that, oh my goodness, I don't have anybody to laugh with. What am I supposed to laugh at? What am I supposed to do? You could just, they have laughing classes also that you can entail in. You could go into that. You could see what you want. It's very, 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 today it's something that's not, that's not there. And if you want to keep your blood pressure down and all of everything, that's happening with you down, you could just, that laughing also helps. So if you guys do want to do that, and I'm just telling everybody, what you put out there is what you're gonna receive back. And put out some good vibes. You know what I mean? These people are, we've been locked down for so long, and now we have the opportunity that we can go out and we can do these things. So, just do your due diligence and do what you have to do. So, enough that being said, I have a guest on here, a special guest. I'm telling you, I don't know what's happening this week, but I've been getting a lot of people from St. Vincent and Trinidad. It must be St. Vincent and the Grenadine week. I don't know, but we welcome everybody from everywhere and every type of genre business. This is what I do, and we're showcasing the best. So anyway, she is the president of the SVG Association of Ottawa. And if people that don't know what SVG is, that's St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So anyways, she's going to tell us about all the wonderful stuff that she's doing, and all the, we're going to dissect this all down with her today. So with no other further ado, I introduce to you Suzanne Weekes. Hello.
Well, hello, DBoss. Thank you so much for having us here. I'm representing Ottawa from OCT on your program. It is indeed a pleasure to be here. And I heard you talking about you've been having a lot of people of Caribbean in St. Vincent. Just to let you know, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it's festival time. It's Vincy Mass 2023, so that's a good thing. You keep buzzing that Saint Vincent and the Grenadines name. But again, thank you so much for having me on your program. It's an honor to be here, and I'm happy to share everything about St. Vincent and the Grenadines Auto Association with your regular listeners.
Listeners and viewers. So it's okay. But okay, we know you come from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So what part? Because it's just like people in Jamaica, they actually look, there's a lot of parts there. So
And so that is so true. Despite the fact that St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which sure most of the Caribbean listeners know, we are one of those smaller islands in the Eastern Caribbean states. So I am from the outskirts of the capital of Kingston. So I live just 15 minutes away from the city. So I always see myself as a city girl, but yet still not directly into the city. I still have my peace and quiet, and love it in the fact that it's walking distance, so you can walk to from the city and back. But that was back then growing up. Now everything, everybody jump in a vehicle. But the funny thing is that oftentimes when I visit, I still get my exercise. It all depends, and walk. It's nice. You run into familiar faces and new faces, and you sort of relive stories. So this is where I am. My maiden name is Small, so I'm connected to the Smalls in St. Vincent and the Grenadines,
Ooh,
and my marriage name is Weeks on the Weeks side as well too, from St. Vincent,
we
and
have
yes,
family in
St.
the
Vincent.
weeks too.
Well, you see, that is what I'm saying. The Caribbean is one mix up callaloo.
It
So
is.
we are scattered everywhere. It's as and I always like to refer to the Caribbean as one nation, one voice, one people, one destination, one love. That's who we are. We are
Wow.
a family.
So of course you had blackfish, which I've never had.
Oh,
So
that is so true. So we are black, and I believe we are the only island that is unique, has that uniqueness. And even in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the blackfish is only found in one particular area of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it's in Barley, and that is being caught, yeah, on the leeward side of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's somewhat like a mammal, so it's a relative to the whales. And I can tell you, I love blackfish. One of the
oh,
piece that I like for the blackfish is what we call the skin, the crisps. So I like to get that because it has the oil in it and is the pureness
oh,
of that oil. So I rather have that than the castor oil. So I have some of that fresh oil with some honey and some lime, and I'm telling you that that's your medicine right there. That's your medicine
we
for
need to keep
you,
on here.
especially in Canada in the cold season. That's it there.
Wow. So tell us about part what you can do. One of the things that you're doing, you have this thing called tropical
So tropical fusion. So St. Vincent and the Grenadines
fusion.
Association, like most of the grassroots organizations here, we do events, and that's how we sort of fundraise to maintain some of our program, and some of our program where we cater, of course, to our native homeland, and they say ask not what your country can do for you, and into our adoptive homeland. So during the pandemic, like everybody else, we were at a standstill, so that we couldn't have held any sort of in-person fundraising effort. But we did venture out into this thing where they say in every sort of what adversity, there comes that I always say there's a rainbow of it. There's something good out of it. We were able to harness technology, and then we put on virtual shows. So now that life is reset, we are back out. We are having Tropical Fusion, and Tropical Fusion is an inaugural event where we have started bringing in, we think about the unity in the community, where we sort of blend the CARICOM family together, but that is going to infuse with some of our very own Ragga Soca beats for people who do not know. Ragga, we have a beat called Ragga Soca, and it's in between of that power soca, and so it's not as that jumpy fast beat. It's a mixture when you hear like Afro beats, but a bit more of an up tempo beat. So we will be
So what's it called
putting
again?
that blend. Raga Soca, yeah, Raga Soca,
I
and
never heard of it.
our our headliner Skarpyon, he's the king of Raga Soca. He will be bringing that Raga Soca beats here to us in Ottawa. And when we think about with Ottawa, with the whole diversity, we decided, why not blend the fusion with some jazz, because we do have people in the diaspora that does jazz. So we have jazz, we have comedy, we have hip hop dance, we have poetry, we have opera, but it's all going to be taking the tropical. into it. And when you heard me speak of that whole technology earlier, so during the pandemic, we were able to reconnect with some of our partners and make new connection. So we're still going to spotlight St. Vincent and the Grenadines with artists from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So that's the powers you can see here with technology. So even though you are not in St. Vincent, we are going to bring St. Vincent to you. We are bringing the music there. You still get to soak
Excuse
up
me.
the
Paula, you
sight, the
stay here.
sound, and the scenery of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it's a perfect time for us to spotlight St. Vincent and the Grenadines because Vincent Mass is on in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it's one of our biggest festivals. So apart from having that blend of flavors there, we do have cocktails. And when we think about tropical fusion, we are more thinking of some of the, it's a garden party. Some of the little food that you'll grow in your backyard. So you will have like your tomatoes, your peppers. So we're gonna take all those food there and make you like kebabs. We are going to have salmon fish, we are going to have chicken, we are going to have fruits, we're going to have a blend of the sweet potato, plantain, and the regular potato and a fruit salad. And of course you have to have the flavors of the Caribbean dessert. So we're going to have fruit cake. We're going to have the cassava pone. We are going to
Oh
have
my
that
God.
peanut sugar cake, and we are going to have blend it up all there, and it's a fusion. So people get to taste a bit of everything, and then we do have some cocktails and the non-alcoholic cocktails. It's ginger beer cocktails where we infuse it either with mango, we infuse it with papaya, we infuse it with pineapple. We will infuse it with guava, and we sort of
You mean
make
that's the
you
alcohol? That's
a
the
ginger
alcoholic
cocktail.
beverages, right?
Right.
That's the
And then
alcoholic
of course
beverage.
we have, of course, you if you're from the Caribbean, as well, matter of fact, if you're not from the Caribbean, one of the thing is that alcohol, but we always tell people to drink responsible. Of course, you gotta have your cocktail alcoholic drink, and then of course we have those
You
rums
can't
from
say
the
that's a
Caribbean
West
there.
Indian or Caribbean thing.
So that
Well,
is the sense
you're
of
really
the
safe
tropical
for
future. Hello?
politically correct. You say that, right?
I didn't hear you that clear.
No, I said the politically correct. You can't tell the people at a Caribbean party about alcohol.
Yes, well, exactly. That is part of our festival. We have to, yeah, we put that in. That is what give us that little kick, and they bring the extra dance and like, come on, enjoy yourself, free up yourself. One love.
But I
One
like
thing
how you're
about
bringing all
music.
those tropical. I like how you're bringing in all those tropical fruits into the drink to infuse into the drink, so people can feel because when you go down to the Caribbean and you go down, you that's what you're drinking. So
Indeed, indeed. And apart from all of that, too, we are going to have a silent auction. We're going to have some giveaway, and we're going
ooh,
to have a raffle. And again, so we're encouraging people, you're in Ottawa to come out. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's summer. It's, counting down to summer. The sun is still up. So why not bring a girlfriend, bring a boyfriend, bring your family, bring your friend, bring your husband, bring your girlfriend, bring your auntie, bring it. It's an event for the entire family. So it starts from 3 p.m. and we go until 8 p.m. But it's a family related event where everybody could just come and sit down. It's a garden party with a twist like a concert. So it's not this speechy. You'll just be entertained with different flavors that is come by there, and at the same time you get to meet people you haven't seen before and make new connections. It is counting down. It is good to be back out. It is good to see people, and as I heard you said before, it is good to share a smile. That is part of our culture. People don't understand is that smile, that warmness that we do have from the Caribbean. We bring the sunshine here in our smile. That's where we carry it. And of
yeah, but
course, there's gonna
it's
be a
important to
DJ for
laugh,
dancing.
and the laughter is important. I tell people it's important because you feel better.
It is. It
You
does.
know,
And it relaxes your face and it keeps you. And we're gonna have a comedian there at the event as well. So laughing is a must. Tropical fusion, you gotta laugh. There's a
so how
comedian
much are
that's
the
going to be
tickets?
there.
So how much are the tickets for people to go attend that?
So for right now, so because our date, our advance date of early pass is $55, and that $55 we have an amazing lineup. You do get your food with that, you get your cocktails with that, where you get sort of three meats. So we have our codfish, you have the salmon fish, you have chicken, you have a salad, you have a fruit salad, and you have a mixture of those potatoes, and as well as you have dessert, and as well as a alcoholic and a non-alcoholic punch for $55. And we have our Ragga Soca beat there. You have a DJ, we have a hip hop dance, we have poetry, we have jazz, we have a live band, we have comedy, we have opera. How much can you that? It's $55. And the $55 is really,
That's
as I
pretty
said, it's coming out of COVID for help us sort of put back our money there to help us with our programs where we give out scholarship here in Ottawa and as well in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and again is to help with some social issues here and then back again in our homeland. So it is really for a good cause, and you support grassroots organization to help us, continue with our culture here and preserve our culture in our adoptive homeland.
right. So so you help like different schools and stuff and different organizations with this organization, correct?
That's right. So we do that. So in terms of, so it depends on what the need is back here. Like here in what is a charity starts at home. Here in Canada, we do support like the breakfast program, maybe because no child get left behind. And
Okay.
one of the other program that we do too is the one with kids with special education. We always feel that those programs always get lost in the mix, so we tend to support programs like that, and it's the same thing in our homeland. So we give out to to kids who are in need in terms of a scholarship. And our scholarship, basically, we are not only focusing on academic. If a child has a talent and a child like to dance, we sort of help that child. If that's your passion, we help you with that, with your program, whether it be music, whether you like sports, and of course the academic pieces, and as well to some of the seniors and people there who are just very having a hard time. We sort of help you, so we link up. We have our stakeholders back in St. Vincent and Grenadine. So what we will do, we'll send the money there after we select a family or select whatever program or initiative down there that we want to fund. Then we send them the money there, and then yes, they hand it out to the people. Then they send us pictures, and they give us a report of how that project is going. So that is what we do, yeah, in a nutshell here in terms of the money that we do receive here from our fundraising. And of course, anybody in our association who is in need of any sort of help there, of course, we try to provide them with some assistance, some relief efforts.
So you
Ah.
must have been a big part of when you had the volcano, right, in St. Vincent.
Ah, gosh. So that's it, St. Vincent, and I say gratitude is a must. And every time I have the opportunity, I always thank, the people in Ottawa who have actually rallied around us for our volcanic eruption. We raised over 28,000 that we
Wow.
were close to 29, and we sort to break it up in phases right from the initiative of the initial start of the volcanic eruption right down to the post recovery. And that is what we do. And we decided, and it was all during the pandemic, instead of you have to go pack a barrel and do all of that. By the time the stuff get to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it was no use. So what we did was an economic plan where we sort of divide it up in phases, and then we send the money back home to our stakeholders. Yes, to help with some of the whether it be education, agriculture, families who were affected by it, and we spread that right out. You won't believe it. Our ending, started to phase out right back in of December, January of this year.
Wow.
That's how much we do, because the thing is about it, you find with your people is the rebuilding. What people don't understand is the recovery is really one
Mhm.
of the most important part, because in the initial start, because people are so emotional, you deal with that emotional feeling, so everybody give, but then when that is finished, well, then I have to rebuild my lives. What happened?
Yeah.
So because
And
we
then
know
and
there was a lot that was
also,
going in, we were more focusing on the rebuilding of
mhm.
those families, and it was a very good well, when we look back on it, it was a great economic plan because it worked.
So
It
did you go
truly
down
worked.
there? Did you go down there, or you
Because during it was during the pandemic, of course, there was no flight and disturbance, so we did not go. But I lost my dad suddenly during the Christmas holidays, so I was back in St. Vincent for a month. So during I was there for a bit over a month, I used the opportunity to meet with some of the people that we have given money to. You hear the stories, we look at some of the projects that we are funding. So I did all of that. So it was great, to hear how much these people are very thankful, the gratitude. So again, I put my gratitude out to everyone that supported our volcanic relief efforts, as they always said, man. Ashanti. Yeah.
wow. So
Mm.
I'm glad to see that, this you're doing so much for the community, and you're having the event, the tropical garden. Was it tropical garden? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Tropical Fusion Garden Party. Yes.
It's all together. So this
It's one word. It doesn't matter. You can't go wrong. Once you have the word tropical, it is tropical. Yes.
and then I like how you guys have on the flyer, you have the youth involved, and you got different pictures of them.
Yes, it is important at the end of the day, as I always said, we talk about it earlier at some point. We are we're getting there. We have to, as I said, we got to train someone. And
Yeah.
if we don't involve the youth, who's going to take it over? So we try our best at St. Vincent and Grenadines Association of Ottawa that every time we have an event that we incorporate the young people. It is important. It is important for them. Where their parents' story started. So they need to be part of this, and hopefully that they will come back and take this association to, and continue with it. So that
All
is
right.
the plan. So, that is the plan.
All right. So I'm gonna just play a little bit of the song there. For the melody. You can
Okay.
introduce it for you one of your headliners.
That's right. That's our headliner, Skarpyon. Yeah. Skarpyon is the king of Ragga Soca, and he's a cultural ambassador in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and yeah, he just released his few of his songs there for Vincy Mas, yeah, 2023. But last year he had the People's Choice, which is called Big Road, and it is still a hit on today. When you hear that flavor, can't help not to
He's a
dance.
big artist because I like this song, but I want to hear. We want to hear. It's really good. Well, you could, here we go. Here we go, people. We were talking
Let's
over.
go.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. We were talking over it so you can hear it. But this is a good song, so let's go. So much sweetness in your body, dilute it. It tastes so sweet, you are killing it. You better choose some water, water, some water, yeah. Baby,
Just one taste of it, knock me out my shoes. This makes of me and you. Oh, listen, see, now just like it. Like this before. Oh, no. It's so sweet, you want to in your body, dilute it. It's so sweet, you want to see the whole body gyrating. Every way, it's gonna be a fun tonight. Point your fingers down in the sky. Up, 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 wake up, like everything. Shake, not today, not today,
Not
not
today.
today. Gonna get it not today. No gossip, people visit Alona. Not today.
Woo! Oh, that was good, man. He's Scorpion, people. That's Scorpion. We gotta get Scorpion on here because I want to see
That's
it.
right. We have to. We have to bring on Skarpyon.
And,
Yes, Skarpyon is a
and
very
Suzette,
talented.
and Suzette is so happy that we played the song. You see, so that's how that tropical garden is gonna be going. You can see, you see, just because you're the president and the company doesn't mean you have to act all. Ooh, you let down your hair.
One thing about music, listen, when you're from the Caribbean, when that beat drop, hey,
That's
you
it.
just
Boom,
the one that beat,
boom,
you just
boom.
I flip the script. I dance like everyone is watching.
That's right. You gotta and you'll have good food,
Like,
entertainment, everything, and you'll see everybody having and it's not $55 is nothing,
so
and you're getting
no, and
food.
you get everything with that, with that 55. Because at the end of the day, we gotta help. We gotta give the entertainers something. They themselves to have been affected from the pandemic.
Yes,
So it is, yeah. So at the same time, apart from our program, this is also for them to, and is a way to showcase themselves too. They haven't been out and about, for 3 years. So it's their way to of slowly getting back in. People see them, and we are hoping that when they do have the events, so they do like what we do, keep the unity and community. As I always say, it's one Caribbean, it's
keep
one
the
music,
unity
it's
in the
one
community.
food, it's one
I
people,
like
one
that.
voice.
Well, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a ball there. So, what's next after this?
So then after this for St. Vincent and the Grenadines Auto Association, we do have something called the Vinci Unity Picnic. And the Vinci Unity Picnic could be in it 30 something years. And that's a collaboration of the three association, the SVG Association in Montreal, Toronto, and Ottawa. And we come together we usually meet at Bronx Bay for the last year. And then this year we're going back at Chrysler Park because Bronx Bay is under renovation. And we do have it's another family
Oh,
gathering.
I
So
know.
again, it's going to be all music where we just bring people together. There's going to be vendors there, marketplace where you can grab a souvenir, grab anything to take home. There's activities for the kids. We're going to have entertainment on stage, and I guess the place is a beauty. The aesthetics place of Chrysler Park of Morrisburg. It is beautiful. It has the vibes that if the Caribbean, because you have the beach, you have the sun, you have the greenery. So, Gary, after that, that is July 15. I hope I get able to come back again and showcase that and to let
Yes.
people to come on out and join us. The summer festival is back. Come and
Mhm.
have a good time. You can bring your yoga mat or bring your picnic basket, bring a blanket,
And you
and just
blow
come
up
and
bed.
chillax.
You
Chillax,
blow up.
chillax
You
in it.
blow, you
That's
blow up
right. So
bed.
that is good. Hello?
You blow up bed. People was bringing.
And you blow up bed, whatever you feel like you want to bring along with you to Chrysler Park, you're welcome. So that is our next big event, and I am so looking forward for it. I'm responsible for the kids village, as I always said. I like to be around youth everywhere I
Wow.
go. I make sure that I bring the youth for me, and I always make sure that there are activities for the youth. So I will be there hanging out in the kids village. So it is going to be an amazing day, you know. So again, another event that is worth, yeah, what checking out. And after that is just soak up everything Caribana, whatever festival is here in our
Mhm.
city, in Toronto, in Montreal, or even across our neighbors across the border. We
Right.
have been in lockdown for 3 years. Bring that sunshine, bring my brand, bring that smile. And I, when I go, I bring my Vincy color. You don't even have to ask me where I'm from. It's that pride.
Woo! Well, that's good. So, are there any shout outs that you want to give to people?
So on a shout out, I want to say I want to thank so much for the planning committee who is part of this to Dahlia De Silva, Von and John and Mia Weeks. I want to thank you all so much for all the work that we have put into this. We want to thank our stakeholder Maria Pecorella. She's our stakeholder and our honorary patron behind this. All of our partners from Fitz Events, Sweet Radio, SVG, Kankadi Radio, Bay Hill News Network, and Branding by Week. So coming together and to help us put this event together, and to all of our sponsors out there, donors, the lineups, everybody. Thank you all so much. And of course, to Skarpyon, thank you so much for accepting our invitation to be here with us for the very first time in Ottawa. We can't wait to host them. So again,
We're
it's
all
going to be
jealous
an
now. Everybody in
amazing.
Toronto's like, oh, it's Ottawa?
It's a Sunday. We finished pretty much early, 8 o'clock.
Right.
The sun is still up. So it's 4 hours in a Sunday, 4.5 is not a bad, a bad thing. I do that pretty much. I do have relative in Toronto, and every time I come back, by the time we leave there, 9 o'clock is on the road. The sun is still there because
Yes.
it's that during summer. So we hope they can come out, or even better yet, take the weekend and stay in Ottawa. Ottawa is a beautiful place. You get to soak it all up and head back down to Monday. So it's a package to the getaway. You get out and you do some staycation in Ottawa. Why not? Especially, you soak up Ottawa. Ottawa has the skating ring. We don't skate in the winter, but it's a nice place. You can go take a stroll on a Saturday, get your exercise on. Or as they always say, Ottawa is known to have one. And I know I might get people saying, "What's she talking about?" But I'm gonna say it here, bold. Ottawa is known to be the city with the best cocktails. So hey, come on to Ottawa, take the
Woo!
getaway.
People,
Come on down,
I heard say she's trying to talk.
patronize any restaurant, and just come and get a flavor cocktail and continue right a tropical fusion. It's
And
gonna be a
that sounds like
wonderful
a
evening.
challenge. And that sounds like a challenge to me, people.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then again, boss, the boss, I want to thank you so much
Thank you.
for having us here on your platform. I want to thank Antoinette. It's surely not going
Yes.
to be our last time. I've had a
No, you gotta
conversation
come back
already
on
with
because you gotta keep
Antoinette.
people updated so we know. Because in
Yes.
Ontario we got so many events going on here, it's just crazy. But
Yes.
they're all
So,
well attended. So hey,
yes.
all right. So I do want to thank you, Suzette, for coming here and sharing and telling us all about the St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the org, what she's doing. She's doing a lot of things out there for people. Helping her community and helping her diaspora, and I'm not just St. Vincent. It's just giving you awareness for that community, but everybody is welcome. So So, anyways, I do want to I want to thank you for you starting even something like this for people, and and going along your journey, and you're coming back to tell us about the other stuff. So that's no doubt you're coming back, and we hope you get your headliner to come in too when he comes.
Yes, let's hope we're gonna get him to come in, before he head to St. Vincent there. And yeah, give us a taste of what he's going to bring to St. Vincent and Grenadines for Carnival. And of
Woo!
course, and give us his what it is like to be in Ottawa for the very first time, bringing that Ragga Soca beat. So yeah, this is gonna be a continuation where he's not gonna be surely not gonna be the last of SVG Association on your program.
All right.
All
So,
right.
anyways, so I do want to thank you again, and I do want to thank the viewers for tuning in tonight with me and Suzette here talking about St. Vincent. I feel like I'm in St. Vincent right now. I went there. We all went there briefly. Briefly.
Well, exactly. That's the power of your mind. It's the power of the mind. And of course, I had the smile. So, come on now.
Yeah,
What are the
yes.
values?
Well, love you. Anyway, so good night and bye for now,
Good
everybody.
night.
Good night.
All
Good night.
right. Take care. Oh my God, Malik.